only, only because, but it just feels good. Uh, and I don't know why, but it should be more concise, and maybe I should just, you know, talk more. Um, I guess to myself to keep the whatever this feeling is. And every time it's like it's when I start drawing a blank. Oh, but it I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's like I want to say just for me. Okay, I'm gonna start with a video, and then I'm gonna explain it. So in this video, I believe it was this lady, and she was like around her family. Uh, but the caption or whatever was something along the lines of, when you grew up in a household where, affection wasn't like always shown, and then and then they started showing her through like different scenes. So the first one I believe she was like cleaning in the kitchen, and then it was like the morning rituals. So the kids they was leaving the house, and they was like, "Bye, mom." She was like, "Bye," and then they was like, "Love you," and she was like, she was like cleaning the sink, I believe, but she didn't say nothing. And then the kid kept repeating himself or herself. I was like, love you," and like she didn't say it back because growing up in her house, people didn't say, "I love you." Um, I can't speak hey, they didn't say it. They just let me say it like this. They didn't say, "I love you." It was just something you got by the actions of someone, and not like, "Hey, I'm feeding you," or "Hey, you got a roof over your head." That isn't said in the house. It's like I'm not gonna I'm not going to ask you what's wrong when I see that something is wrong with you. Uh, I am going to, do something, and you will know that I love you through my actions instead of the words. And then the next one, oh, but I also don't know if that was it. I'm just, you know, speaking specific, but not really because it's more than that. The next scene, I think she was trying to read a book, or she was sitting on the couch doing something, and then either her son or daughter came up, you know, to cuddle with her, and she was like, and it's like this video, I don't want to say like is like some of this. I was like, yeah, I get like with always needing like it's 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 not hard to explain, but it's hard to explain because say like take I got 3 kids. I don't have a problem like no, let me not even say 3 kids. I my youngest son, he keeps hugging me. Like I don't have a problem with like him hugging me because I know that's how he like expresses himself. But like on the inside, it feels like a tightness. Um, like I believe I am a little bit claustrophobic, and that's kind of what it feels like. With like when it's like so constant, and it's like oh, like I kind of just need a break from like the affection, but I don't want to take the break because he needs the affection. So my body actually starts to do this thing where it like I don't want to say contract, but it does something like with my muscles that is like, hey, like like it's not you needing a breath of fresh air, like going outside or something like that, but you need like I don't know. It's not a breath of fresh air. Like some time or something, or like I don't know how to explain it. It's not that I don't want the affection. It just feels like a lot physically, if that makes any sense, and it shouldn't, but it feels like a lot, like on my body because I am so used to, I guess I don't want to be like I'm so used to not having it, but at the same time, yes, um, it's like I'm pretty sure like somewhere in my mental is wired where it's like, hey, I don't I don't necessarily need to hear it every day. Where it's like, hey, I love you, or I don't necessarily. No, let me not say that because I'm gonna come back. Uh, like I don't need to hear it every day. Where it's like, hey, I love you, because I believe usually through what you say or the way that you behave uh, will show. Like even though I don't know, I feel like it's just hugging, like constant hug. Like um, if I am to get like 4 or 5 hugs within 2 minutes, my body will start to do the thing, and I am like, it starts feeling weird for me. But to, jump back, because I was gonna say, I don't need like the physical aspect of it because I do. Like, who the fuck? I'm just looking at random people. So, like, growing up, like, honestly, I don't remember hugging my mom. I remember hugging my dad, and I remember telling my dad that, you know, I loved him. And this kind of started on Christopher. And it's only funny because this is where I try to send people to live in the struggle. So it started here because it, oh this was okay. I got enough time. So this this was one of the craziest struggles. Like no, this was the the one and the struggle. Um, Nowhere that I live was as bad as this, and what makes it crazy is that this was a house. We stayed in Meadowbrook, and let me say, we stayed on Oak Grove. Oak Grove, somebody threw a rock through our window. And Christopher, just to me, is worse than that. Um, we stayed in Middlebrook, and we had, because of our own fault of having a water balloon fight in the house, we had a rat in the house. It was multiple gunshots to where I had to sleep on the floor, and Christopher is still worse than that. Oh, and our apartment got broken into. Not really though, but it was staged like it got broken into, and I still feel like Christopher was was worse than that because I believe somehow. Oh yeah, we had. Let me tell you. Okay, let me just describe Christopher Drive to you. Uh, because this was a house that had to me just had this this crazy potential um for stupid reasons. Um it's like Inside Out where she was like doing a little imagine let me just speed it up. So get in the house is two, 3 bedrooms. You go in, when you walk in the front door, there is a closet to your right, and to your left is the living room, and in front of you is it's not the den, but where you go to eat dinner. So you put your table right there, and then you can have dinner right there. On the back side is the kitchen. If you go through the kitchen to the right, you'll make a right, then you'll make a left. That's where the laundry room is, and then you can go through that door to get to the garage. This is why. This is the stupid reason why it had potential for me. whoever lived here before us, uh, they insulated the garage so that you could no longer use the garage door. That was stupid. I don't know why they did that, but yeah. And then in the garage, it had a brown wooden desk, and then it had a wooden box. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Um, open like eventually opened it up and seen that somebody had made a studio out of the wooden box, but they didn't treat it. It was just a wooden box. Inside the drawer on the right was somebody's book of rhymes, uh, and then the rest was trash. But for that one reason right there, even though I never used it, was the reason why I felt like this place had so much potential. Okay, so going back, if we come to the front door and you don't go to the kitchen area, if you are to come and you make a right, the first room, oh no, the first door on the left, because that's the one you're gonna hit first, is the restroom, with ugly, oh my god, ugly floors, ugly wallpaper. The first room on the right would be my room. Uh, Average, like I guess standard size rooms, standard closet. Uh, the next room when you come out would be the master bedroom. Um, I guess standard master bedroom. Uh, a bigger closet, but it wasn't like the biggest. And then hold up. So in the master bedroom, like you can look, and it has two doors, but between the two doors, this is a crazy looking house. So so between the two doors is a big ass mirror, and then the counter. Um, and the door on the left is the restroom that has the toilet and the tub. And then the one, yeah, that's why I had the counter. So, toilet in the tub on the left, on the right is the closet. Outside between the restroom and the closet was the big old mirror with the, you could go, that's where you wash your hands. That's crazy that that's not inside the restroom. And then the last room is when you come out, if you had to come out from my room, you make a right. If you come out from the master bedroom, you make a left, and that would be an empty room until my brother came. Um, so at first, like, it, even let me say that even in the struggle, you still have like good memories or like good times. Um, the first At first, the empty room was just, I don't even want to say storage because we still had the garage. But we had a TV in there, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but my dad had the little cord that you're supposed to plug into the back of the TV. And then this was before everything went digital. You plug it into the TV and you can plug it into the wall, or you can plug it into an adapter if you have cable where you need to spread it out to different rooms. But we plugged it into the wall, and somehow we had free cable. So we would sit in our room and we would just watch sports. Well, I would watch sports, and the sports would watch my dad. Um, and then it's just things like that. So the living room, okay. Yeah. So still before my brother came, the living room is where I used to spend most of my time. No, my time was evenly divided at this time between my room and the living room. I was in my room because I would play the greatest game of all time, uh, which was College Hoops 2K. Um, or I would, oh my God, I would be in the living room and I would sit in there and I would make music until I switched the setup and I moved it to the empty room. Um, and that's when that was my first hit. Um, yeah, eating like Jaws in the water. My boss, she tried to swallow. Like singers made it holler. They call me baby baller. My daddy name was Jordan. My mama name was Spalding. When they came together, they made something awesome. Cold meat on getting raw. Put me in the oven. I'm cooking with my cousin. Cold meat co-drinking made me bubble. EB since I was baby. Put it in the blender. I'm famous like Twitter. Look at me, I'm trending. Camo, yeah, I blend in. Killer in disguise. Look me in my eyes. See blood and then I rise. Eat you like fries. Eat you like produce. Kill me, man. I will reproduce and I eat them. Oh my God. Greatness. It was, oh my, and let me tell you, um, this all came because I was watching, I was watching Lean on Me, and and it was that part where like I'm watching Lean on Me, but I am sitting at the computer while watching Lean on Me, and I am playing music while I'm playing instrumentals, and I am watching Lean on Me. So they get to the part where Mr. Clark is in jail, and they are marching down there to get him out, and they're chanting, "Free Mr. Clark." What the hell? So they are walking down to the jail, and they are chanting, "Free Mr. Clark, free Mr. Clark." So I just took that. I don't even remember the name of the instrumental, but I took it and I flipped it, and the song name that I came up with was "Eat 'Em Like a Shark." So after I had rapped that first verse, um, I was in my room. Well, I was in this extra room going crazy. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And then so I put the hook first, then I recorded that verse, and then I put another hook on it, and then I was like, I want to rap again, but at the same time, I was making music before this, and I'm gonna just let you sleep. I don't know if I should wake you or not. If you're up or not. this one short, but I'm gonna finish this. I have been making a lot of songs by myself, and I felt like, just personally, that I wanted a feature, but I couldn't afford one. So I just started playing around with the vocals until it sounded like somebody else was rapping. Um, so that then I could rap in a different verse. Um, so I did that with the first verse, and then I let my brother hear it. My brother was like, "Oh, who is that? That person killed it, or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, you know, yeah, he did kill it." And then he was like, "I'ma get on," and then he rapped his verse, and then I got on last, and I rapped my verse, and then I wound up putting it on SoundCloud. Um, After that, I know it was on SoundCloud for a minute, but I wound up deleting it for whatever reason I had at the time. Uh, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for tonight.